Why does your morning coffee seem more expensive than it was last year? Why does the same amount of money seem to buy less and less as time goes on? The answer to these questions lies in a fundamental economic concept: inflation. Inflation refers to the sustained increase in the overall level of prices in an economy. It's like an invisible tax that slowly but surely erodes the value of money. When inflation is high, each unit of currency buys fewer goods and services. It's a crucial element of the economy that affects everyone, from the individual consumer to the largest corporations. So what happens when inflation runs rampant? Imagine a world where prices are rising rapidly. People tend to spend their money quickly because if they wait, their money will lose value. This increased spending can further push up prices, creating an inflationary cycle. Here is where the central banks come into play. They are the guardians of monetary stability. Central banks around the globe use monetary policy to keep inflation in check. One of their most potent tools is the manipulation of interest rates. By adjusting interest rates, central banks wield control over the cost of borrowing. When they hike the interest rates, borrowing becomes more expensive. This, in turn, discourages spending and encourages saving, reducing the amount of money flowing through the economy. As demand for goods and services drops, so do their prices, slowing the rate of inflation. However, this is a delicate balancing act. If interest rates are increased too quickly or too steeply, it can stifle economic growth. Higher borrowing costs can deter investment, lead to decreased consumption, and potentially increase unemployment. It can also have implications for the country's exchange rate. Thus, central banks are constantly walking a tightrope. They aim to keep inflation at a target level, usually around 2 to 3% per year, while also fostering conditions conducive to economic growth. In summary, inflation is the gradual increase in prices over time, resulting in diminished purchasing power. Central banks, through their use of interest rates, play a crucial role in controlling inflation. By manipulating the cost of borrowing, they influence the supply and demand of money, thus steering the economy. But they must tread carefully to avoid inhibiting economic growth. So, the next time you notice the price of your morning coffee creeping up, remember the invisible hand of inflation at work and the central banks tirelessly working to keep it in check.